Hey guys, welcome to Girls Frontline 2. We do have Yoohee here dropping in CN, and let's take a look at a summary of her kit and also her weapon. Okay, so we do have some skill translations here, and we're starting off with Rhythm Point, normal attack targeted, fires a shot, dealing physical damage, your usual basic attack. Next is Improvised Footwork. It's going to be an active skill. Targeted, fires a shot, dealing physical damage. If he has 3 or more points of Confectance Index, consumes Confectance Index to make this attack ignore a portion of target's defense. This definitely, if she has a way of increasing quickly her Confectance Index, this is going to deal a lot of damage. I suspect that not only she does buffs, she herself can be a good damage dealer, which is going to be wonderful. The next one is going to be the True Poetry of Dance. It's an active skill, AoE, buff and control, grants targeted defense to the target and all allies. So to Yoohee and to the allies around her with M2 tiles. Deals AoE physical damage to all enemies in an area and inflicts stun. We don't know how big the area is going to be, but definitely stun is a nice ability, especially if this is guaranteed. If this is guaranteed, if this doesn't have a percentage, this is going to wreak havoc. So after attacking, can additionally use active skill Graceful Spin and active skill Passionate Resonance. Next skill is going to be Fatal Highlight, Ultimate, and Buff. So grants Troop Core to self, grants stability offensive to all allied units, gains extra command after using the skill. Troop Core is when granting allies dance steps. So they're gonna do a lot of dancing here, including graceful steps and passionate steps, and anti-grounding damage boost. Yoohee also gains the same effects. So this is the first buff for Ultimate. No details really on what this does, but this affects a dance, supposedly. Lead Dancer's Momentum. This is the passive and buff when allied units deal physical damage. Okay, this is the buff. Yoohee gains Confectance Index. This is bonkers because this addresses your Confectance Index needs in Improvised Footwork, which ignores a portion of target's defense. Okay, going back to Lead Dancer. So when ally units deal physical damage, Yoohee gains Confectance Index. After a normal attack or attack skill, can use the active skill Grace Spin or the active skill Passionate Resonance. Let's go back to the first point. I just realized this one can be triggered by almost every doll or every character, because even dolls that have elements, elemental affinities, they still have physical damage in some or one of their skills. So basically, anybody can trigger this. Even support can trigger this, because this just refers to dealing physical damage. So take note, QJ can benefit from this, from her support. So again, this is gonna be crazy. So granting 3 more dance steps triggers the best dancer once and gains 1 stack of Never Give Up, while also referring to the duration of dance steps and anti-guard damage boost. Best dancer is defined as triggers different field-wide buffs depending on the first dance step applied. This could be random. But for Never Give Up, when an allied unit performs an active physical attack. So this one is active, meaning you have to shoot. Okay? This is not going to be support. Okay? So ignores a portion of the target's defense. This one is going to be huge, depending on how big the ignore is. Take note, this is the buff. This is another buff that we are waiting for as well. This one buffs, this one is going to be buffing Yoohee with the physical damage because she needs those Confectance Index. So again, this one is the buff for your allies. performing active physical attack. Okay, graceful spin, active buff, extra skill. Extra skill. Graceful steps and anti-grounding boost to an allied unit, excluding self. Graceful steps increase critical damage and restores HP after attacking. Wow. Wow. Okay. Anti-guarding damage boost when dealing physical damage if the target's defense reduction exceeds 100. Damage dealt to it also is increased. This kit, eh, she is going to be your number one buffer. I don't care at this point. She is going to be your number one buffer when she comes out. Because, again, all of the dolls have physical damage. Even with elemental affinities, they have. Okay, Passionate Resonance active buff, extra skill. Grants Passionate Steps and anti-ground damage boost to an allied unit, excluding self. Passionate Steps increase critical damage and grants cover at the end of turn. Okay, now I'm choked up. As I go over her skills, I don't see anything bad here. It's really off the charts. For her keys, fixed keys. Okay, so give and take. An improvised footwork consumes additional confectance index. Increase its critical damage. I'm choked up. Really. Lost for words. In a sense. Fixed key. Enjoy the stage. After triggering, Best Dancer restores self HP. So she has her self-sustain. Okay. Fixed key. Rhythm. Resonance. Before using improvised footwork, dispels a random buff from the target, which is actually nice because you could use her in Gunsmoke as well. So she could be your debuffer. Way good kit. Fixed key, emotional influence. When using the true poetry of dance, if stun is applied to an enemy target, once stun ends, inflicts movement denied to the target. So after getting stunned, it can't move. Insane. Fixed key, perfect stage positioning. If Yoohee has not yet moved this turn, the range of all normal attacks and active skills increase next turn. You just have to customize this depending on your playstyle. You can't use everything, right? So more or less, you do have to select 3. Fixed key, masterful choreography. When possessing, never give up. Increases Yoohee's attack power. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the fixed keys. Okay. Lead Dancer's prowess. When dealing projectile type damage, increases damage dealt. Wow. Can I give this to Diane? This is, I think, linked to physical damage. So this is the fixed keys. Select 3 and you're good. And all of them are good. Kinda. Let's say 5 or 4 are good. So let's count. This one. 1. This one can be skipped. This one is good if you're using in Gunsmoke. This one is very good. And this one, not this one. So I would choose Fixed Key Masterful Choreography. I would choose this one. Rhythm Resonance for the dispels the buff. And I would choose this one for 3. Mostly damage. And the last one is for dispel. Dispelling a buff. Crazy kit. Okay, here are her animations. Looks like a show wherever she goes. Looks like a show. So, nice one. Okay, new elite weapon, Starfall Spark. So this one is assault rifle. Again, medium ammo, Radiant Sparks. All allied units active physical attacks ignore part of the target's defense. So we get ignore defense with her, and her guns. Her gun gives ignore defense as well, as long as it's an active physical attack. The amount of defense ignored by Yoohee's physical attacks increased based on the number of buffs applied to other units. Wow. Wow. I tell you, wow. It's a trait at the start of action. If the user's HP is full, they gain a random buff. Okay, that's it. So what do I think of this? Of all of this? She is it. She is going to lead any team. I don't think she will stick to one team. She could be in any team because all the dolls have physical damage, either one or two. I'm sure their basic attack is usually physical damage, so she's gonna be fitting in any team. Most especially with physical damage teams like Diane, like Groza, Groza. Again, she's gonna be helping them a lot. Diane is getting her mod key, plus this one, Diane is shooting up the tier list, I'm sure. So, going back to Yoohee, again, guys, she's a must get. I'm telling you now. If ever we do get wind of her, please do get her. I'm sure she's gonna be helping your teams, especially for physical damage alone. If you wanna create a physical damage team, she is it. She is it. I'm not kidding. She is it. Guys, what do you think? Comment down in the comment section what do you think of her. Again, guys, we're nearing 8,000 subs, so hopefully you can subscribe as well, and this helps the channel a lot. Also like this video if you feel this is informative. Thank you guys for staying this far. Take care, stay safe. This is the Warden, and I'm out of here.